Hey everyone, so today I have a little different video. I'm actually going to scoot more to the side because you already know what it is if you read. This is going to be products I wanted but I didn't buy. Some of them I'm really glad I didn't buy, and some of them are still kind of like, oh, I wish I would have gotten that. A lot of these, I believe, most of them are still available, but I just won't purchase it. So I'm going to be putting up a picture up on this corner on those items. So the first product that I'm glad I didn't buy is the Kat Von D contour kit. Now this was back when contour kits were like going all the rage. Anastasia was the first one to put it out. I did purchase the Anastasia one and I just didn't have a very good luck with it. It was the first one on the market, so it wasn't the best. I mean, it was definitely revolutionary to the makeup world, but it didn't work out for me. So I know a lot of people had really good luck and really enjoyed the Kat Von D contour kit, so I really wanted it, but I just never got myself to purchase it. It was just too much money for me at the time to justify buying it, specifically when I had the Anastasia contour kit. But I just felt like the powders for that one were more mildly milled. They were a lot more buttery and a lot more suitable, I guess, just to put on. And I'm really glad I actually didn't purchase it, just because what am I gonna do? Like, at that point I would have had like 6 contour shades, and I don't even use any of the Anastasia ones just because it looks really patchy. And then I was really attracted to like the light under eye, like the highlighting portion, so like the light and the banana, but banana just never looked good on me, so I don't know why. It was just mostly for the craze for it, and that's why I really wanted it. The next one that I'm really glad I haven't bought is any Kardashian / Jenner product. So that is KKW Beauty and Kylie Cosmetics. Now, although I have been intrigued and kind of tempted to buy one thing here or there, like Kylie, when she was just like liquid lipsticks, I really wanted one of her liquid lipsticks, and I was really in love with like the red liquid lipstick. I forget what it's called. It's like, I think it starts with an M. So I really wanted it, but you know, they kind of really not rob me, I mean, yeah, they rob you of your money, but they just really rubbed me the wrong way. Like, I know they're billionaires, and I know that, or millionaires. Kylie Jenner is almost a billionaire, or she was a billionaire or something like that. I know that they're already like millionaires and have a lot of money, so my money, like if my money or not goes to them, it's not gonna make a difference to them because somebody else is gonna pick up their products. But I care where my money is going for, and I believe your money is your vote, so I just would not invest my money in them or like in their products, especially because, you know, you don't get a lot of product, or sometimes like their product's stinky. I know Kylie has recently come to Ulta, so you might be able to return your Kylie products if you're unsatisfied with them, because I know before it was just like a non-existent return policy. But I mean, the only one that I'm kind of like semi-obsessed with is Kendall Jenner, but then I mean, I think she's really pretty and that's why I'm like really obsessed with her. But then I don't know, like she's just she can be controversial sometimes, but that's the only one that I'm actually like, oh, I love her. And like everyone else, I just really don't care for it, and that's just my opinion, so please don't come attack me if you love them. I'm not into them. I don't want to spend my money on their products, and that's just me. If you guys want to, hey, that's cool. Same with Kat Von D. Like, I have a couple of her products. I'm just not going to be purchasing anymore. I'm going to be using them up. I really loved her liquid lipsticks, and those are like really the only products I have of her. I don't think I own anything else from Kat Von D besides the lip products, and that's it. I'm just like not going to buy because she's controversial, yes, but with her whole like, nothing else really like that she puts out really attracts me anyways. But I just don't want to support someone who like doesn't want to vaccinate their kids and are putting like a lot of other kids and other people in jeopardy. So that's just me. If you want to support them, go ahead. Just go ahead. Like, I'm not going to judge you, and I hope you don't judge me for my decisions, but this is my channel. So Morphe products. I have never purchased any Morphe product for myself, and I might be the only one that has ever said that. Now, I have purchased the 35O palette for a friend for their birthday because they really wanted it, and they had, this is when the 35O was like super huge, and like you had to be on the email list, and you like literally as soon as you got the email you had to go on the Morphe website to purchase it. That was like way back when. I want to say this was 2 years ago. So I did technically purchase from Morphe, but it was never for myself. I have never ever purchased anything from Morphe for myself, and that was my only time I ever purchased anything, and again it was for a friend. I just don't support Morphe. Basically, while like their eyeshadow, like the colors look pretty, and I know that maybe over time like they have improved slightly on their formula, they're just a super controversial brand. They support a bunch of people I don't care for supporting when they do all of these collabs. Like, good for them for their success, and I know people are obsessed with buying Morphe also, but it's just, again, my money's my vote, and it's not something I want to support. So yeah, I mean, there's a Morphe store recently opened in my area, and I'm not gonna go in. I'd rather buy quality makeup and support people I actually care for supporting, not people that are already like YouTube rich and YouTube famous. Okay, next is, this is something I wanted for a long time. Oh, I need to sneeze, hold on. Okay, I'm back, I'm Gucci. The Meltz Stack eyeshadows. There was this one Meltz Stack eyeshadow that I wanted for the longest time because it had the beautiful burgundy red color ever, and then the rest were like a bunch of like nudes and browns, and I really wanted that one, but I just ended up, I think it was at a time where it's like still online ordering for me because of like how young I was, wasn't really like feasible for me, so I just didn't order it. I didn't order it, and I don't know, like I don't know how I feel about it now. Like, the reason I really wanted it was for like a certain shade, and then I've acquired those shades, so then I was like, oh, I guess I don't need it anymore. But I really wanted the Meltz Stack eyeshadows for a while. I don't know what Meltz comes out with anymore, or if they're still coming out with their stack eyeshadows. I believe they might be, but I'm not sure, but they might be coming up with other things. Is Meltz the one that came out with the like the weed eyeshadow palette that everyone's talking about recently? I have a feeling it's Meltz, and that one's kind of getting my attention, but I don't need it and I'm not gonna purchase it. But I don't know, I'll probably like update myself like down here, but at this moment I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted for a long time when this blew up and I just never got was the Glam Glow masks. I wanted Glam Glow so badly because when they first like blew up, I was going through such horrible cystic hormonal acne, and I was willing to like spend a bunch of money on any skincare product that was going to help me with my breakouts. So I really wanted them, but I just could never bring myself to purchase it for that amount when I knew that there were other masks that I enjoyed more, and I couldn't even bring myself to bring like the tiny like $20 version at Sephora because I still thought $20 was so expensive for like a pimple mask. And here I am now with the Drunk Elephant TLC. That's $80, but that one's different. That one is different. This isn't just for, like, that's not for pimples. I'm really glad I didn't buy them because L'Oreal has a good one on the market right now that is very similar to one of them. Let me go get it. Be right back. So it is the L'Oreal Pure Clay Mask, and this is what it looks like. L'Oreal, This one is a great dupe for the Glam Glow one that is supposed to be like that. I want to say it is probably the white one, but I don't know. I'm really not sure because I have never purchased a Glam Glow mask. I did have a sample of the blue one, which was kind of like a banana mushy like consistency, and that was supposed to be for hydrating, and I really enjoyed that one. I really kind of wanted that one too, just because after my breakout situation I did go on Accutane and my skin was really dry, so that's when I kind of really wanted it. I ended up going with like a Caudalie one, which was not mushy. So yeah, and now like I don't even get that many breakouts. I bought that this year and I was recently experiencing like a couple of breakouts, but I don't get that much. Like that one's gonna dry up eventually and I'm not gonna be using like a lot of it, but I rather like at least have like $10 go down the drain than $60 go down the drain, which is ridiculous. I think it's 60 or is it 40? I think it's 60, and that's a lot of money to go down the drain for as little as I need it. But when I do use it, or like when I do feel like I need it, I will use it. Because sometimes I'll have like a lot of clogged pores or something like that. So I'm really glad I did not buy a Glam Glow mask. I have a couple of Too Faced items coming up here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and knock them all out. So the first thing that I really wanted but I never purchased was the Too Faced chocolate bar palette, and I know I'm like the only person probably on YouTube that has never owned the chocolate bar palette, and I really wanted it because they have like the most gorgeous cluster of browns. Like they have like this nude brown, and then they have like a darker slightly nuder brown. Do you get my gist? And then they have like a gorgeous like taupey gold color, and those are the colors that I wanted, and then the giant like brow bone shade that they had at the bottom. And I just never got it because I had those colors in another palette, even though if they weren't together, even though I don't feel like they were exactly like that. I just couldn't justify like buying like another $50 palette just for those shades when like the rest of the shades didn't really get my attention or weren't really something that I wanted. So that's why I never got it, but hence why I'll never own the Too Faced chocolate bar. But one thing I really did want, and like I kicked myself for years for not getting, or like for not having it, but then you know I eventually forgot about it or was like okay with not having it because I acquired other stuff, was the Too Faced Boudoir palette. And that one, I don't know, like purple eyeshadow palettes just get my attention. Like I love purples and pinks and all of that stuff, and you know Boudoir palette was supposed to be like a bedroom like eyeshadow, like sexy, and I think that's what like I just wanted to be like since the age of like 15. But I don't know, like I really wanted them, and I think it had satin sheets in there, and that one was such a beautiful shade, and I really wanted that palette specifically for that shade and like the color scheme. There were a couple of darks in there that I was like, I'm never gonna wear those, and I just never got them. And every time I would go into a makeup store, I'd always swatch satin sheets, and I know they've like put that in other eyeshadow palettes, but you know at the time they hadn't. So but I'm really glad I never bought it, because right now I have the Viseart Amethyst Theory palette, and I think they're discontinuing them just because they were on sale on Sephora. I don't know if they're still available, but they were on sale, and that's like my perfect like purpley pinky shade palette that I love right now. And why is it that everything like I feel like I specifically purchase always like gets discontinued or is a limited edition, and I just really love it, but I feel like I can't talk about them that much because it's not available for everyone else because it eventually gets discontinued. I don't know, and that sucks. But I also I don't need to buy the new stuff that is permanent. So I feel like my makeup collection is very irrelevant to YouTube today, because a lot of them, like I bought a lot of them when they were hyped up back then, and I'm not really buying anything else. So I feel like my collection is very 2016. 2015 through, yeah, it's like stuck back there, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. So, and then the last Too Faced item is the Lovelight prismatic highlighters. Now these also blew up when they came out. They look like the Sailor Moon, like the transforming clip that she has in like not the first season. I want to say it might be like the 3rd or the 4th season that it's a heart shape, and I really wanted, I think it's in the yellow one. I don't know what it's called name wise, but it's the light yellow one. They don't have it on stock at Ulta as we speak. They have the other 2 colors. That is something I still really want from them. Some people say it had like actual like specks of glitter in them, and not necessarily like throughout the whole cheek. Maybe like if you put it on, there might be one speck of glitter, but it is so pretty and I really still want it. That's why I did not name this. Actually, I think this is the only one that I still want, so I think I might still name it Products I'm Glad I Didn't Buy. But I mean, oh, I still want that one, and I just don't need it. Like, I have too many highlighters, but I don't think I have any highlighters like that, so I don't know. I really want it though. Nah. Okay, let's keep talking about other ones. The Farsali Unicorn drops. Oh boy, like who remembers like when it was still just on Instagram and it hadn't like blown up on YouTube yet, and people would like do like the teardrops like coming down, and it was like pink, so pink teardrops. I did get a sample of it and I did kind of enjoyed it as like a primer, not necessarily a skincare. They like, remember it was like, oh, you could use it as skincare, as you would use it as primer. Like, why would you use something that smells like marshmallows as skincare? Like, no. It was a great like makeup primer, but I'm not that much of a primer person anymore because I don't need, I would use a lot of primer again when I was going through my breakouts, and like it would leave scarring, and I didn't want like my makeup to pull off and expose that area of like breakout slash scarring. It's gotten a lot lighter over the years, obviously, and like with skincare products and not breaking out anymore, so I don't find that necessary in my routine anymore. I don't use primers. I might use like a setting primer, but not like a physical primer. So it's just something I'm glad I didn't buy. I remember them being expensive. I don't remember how much exactly they cost, but for what they were and how much product like was in there, and it's just like, you can spend your money on other things. Okay, and the last product I have for you, like I had to really like remember like what were things that I wanted back then that I just never got, and the last thing was the Benefit Box Blush in Dandelion. Like, oh, sorry, I hit the camera stand. Wow, I've really wanted this for so long, like since the beginning of makeup, but I just never brought myself to purchasing it. Like when I really wanted it when I was younger, I just didn't have the money to justify spending it on a Dandelion blush. I think it was like, what, $36? I may be completely wrong, but I felt like it might have been like 26, but like to me it felt like it was 36 or something like that. So I wanted it, and then they changed the packaging, and there was a lot of packaging complaints, but I really liked the color. And then I found other blushes that were the same color as Dandelion, and I was satisfied in why I never wanted, and then that's how I never like wanted or picked up Dandelion blush. And I know they've like redone like things like they did like the Dandelion Light, and they did, I think Dandelion Light, is that the one that's a highlighter ish? I think so. So yeah. I just never ended up getting it, and I have other blushes that look kind of like Dandelion in my collection already. So I just really was attracted to that shade, and I don't think a lot of like brands or like popular brands back then, really did that shade. I think the only other one was like MAC, and again, this is back in like, whew, this is like middle school era, so that was a while coming. That was a long time ago, so I just never got it. That's fine. I'm not upset that I don't have it. It's still on sale. I have other blushes that fit that blushes spot. So those are all products I'm glad I wanted and I'm glad I didn't buy, except for the Too Faced highlighter, but I just thought I would throw that in here. So yeah, what are products that you wanted but now you're glad you just never bought? Do you have any products like that, or did you just buy them because you wanted it? I don't know. Self-control? No self-control? Let me know down below, and I will see you guys all in my next video.